stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It was funny because for the longest time, I quit saying good morning to people. I just said morning. Because I'd say good morning to people and they would say things like, "What's so good about it?" I'm not happy either. I want to hear about your unhappiness while I'm waking up. I got my own unhappiness while I'm waking up. I don't need yours. But either way, good morning. Good morning. All right. Morning, Gary. Good to see you. I got it. I gotta send a message real quick. Man, what a week. Oh, okay. I don't need to text anybody. She's here. So, all right. Hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. Yeah, I really want to talk about quality versus quantity. Quality versus quantity. We'll do it later. Let's do it later. All right. I'm totally unprepared. I'm so unprepared. Unprepared. All right, today, let's do introductions real quick. Hello, my Canuck friend. Yes, it is page 25. Thank you. Hi, Patricia. Good to have you. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. For the rewatchers of the new people, that's me. I'm Dion. Yay. I love my name, by the way. Also, if you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I do. I love my name. I was named after Dion from Dion the Belmonts. They sang a few songs like Run Around Sue and The Wanderer were a couple of his hits. He recently just put out a new blues album, which is really good. A lot of it's on recovery. He's in recovery now. Huh? I've got more time than he does. It doesn't matter. All right. It doesn't. I've come to the conclusion lately that I really don't care how much time you have. All right? That you will, right? All right, so this is going to be on step 2. I'm going to start at the beginning. Here we go. And I'm just glad it's not step 4. All right. The moment they reach step 2, most AA newcomers are confronted with a dilemma, sometimes a serious one. How often have we heard them cry out, "Look what you people have done to us. You have convinced us that we are alcoholic and that our lives are unmanageable. Having reduced us to a state of absolute helplessness, you now declare that none but a higher power can remove our obsession." What is that obsession? That compulsion for your drink, your drug, your food. Pulling that one arm jack down, my brother. All right? Woo! Porn. Addictions. From the obsession of whatever is blocking you from the sunlight of the Spirit. I have more than one addiction. Cigarettes are my other thing. Cigarettes and caffeine, man. Horrible for me, right? Some of us won't believe in God. Others can't. Others still who do not believe that God exists have no faith whatever. He will perform this miracle. Yes, you got us over the barrel, all right. But where do we go from here? See, when I talk with my like I just got a new sponsee. Okay. Hung out at 3:00 meeting. Somebody said they need a sponsor. We've got a situation. I think I can really help this person. Okay. And anytime I talk to a newcomer, I have the conversation. I get rid of the elephant in the room right away. I get rid of it right away. This is how I do it. I'm going to ask you a question, okay? There's no wrong answer to this. I just need to know where you're at so I know what I can do for you. See what I'm doing? I'm collecting information so I can help them better. How do you feel about God? Just leave it at that. And when you ask that question, shut up. Shut your mouth. It's a sales question. Whoever speaks first loses. They don't know this. So keep your mouth shut. How do you feel about God? And then listen to what they are saying. They will give you the answers you need to hook this person, to ruin their drinking career forever. This means they will never, ever be able to drink the same again. Okay? That's what we do. Does it sound rough? Yeah, it can be rough. It can be very rough. Sometimes we need that. I needed a swift kick in my ass. I did. And I got one. And I got one when my sponsor, he wasn't my sponsor yet, approached me and said, Dion, we love you here, but you can't keep coming in and out like this. You ain't going to make it like that. You don't have God in your life. I'm going to introduce him to you. We will meet next week. It was something like that. But the God thing, that's how he put it. I remember that specifically because I remember thinking, oh, I had 12 years. I know the God stuff. No, wrong. It was gone. It would be something new again because I was a different person now. Let's look at the first case of the one who says he won't believe, the belligerent one. He is in a state of mind which can describe only as savage. His whole philosophy of life, in which he is so glorified, is threatened. It's bad enough, he thinks, to admit alcohol has him down for keeps. But now, still smarting from that admission, he is faced with something really impossible. It feels impossible, but it's not. When we come into the program, it feels like our problems are unsolvable. That is because we have decided to play a victim role. That is because I decided to play a victim role. Let's get on the right track here. Okay? I decided to play the victim all the time. And when you live that way, you don't make any progress. So I had to quit playing the victim. Playing the victim. Because that's what it was, a play. It didn't exist. I make mountains out of molehills. And once I right-size my problems, they are more than right-sized for me to be able to take care of them. It's about perception. He does cherish the thought that man, risen so majestically from a single cell of primordial ooze, is the spearhead of evolution, and therefore the only God that his universe knows. Must he renounce all this to save himself? What about all the animals and the trees and the water and the dirt and this earth is full of beautiful things. Man is not one of them. I don't think we're the spearhead. I think the Dolphins got us beat, man. Yeah. I do. Dolphins they don't have alcoholism in Dolphin land, man. At this juncture, his AA sponsor usually laughs. This, the newcomer thinks, is just about the last straw. Yeah, this is enough. You said you wanted nothing from me. We still don't want anything from you. We're just letting you know. This is the beginning of the end. And right, it is. And so it is the beginning of the end of his old life and the beginning of his emergence into a new one. His sponsor probably says, take it easy. The hoop you have to jump through is a lot wider than you think. At least I found it so. So did a friend of mine who was a one-time vice president of the American Atheist Society, but he got through with room to spare. Ooh, the American Atheist Society. Who cares? I'm not that guy. That's the kind of stuff that ran through my head the first time I read it, right? Well, I'm not that guy. Think about it. It's just proof in the pudding. Just proof in the pudding. That's why you need to look for the similarities. Dude, really, right behind me. He's going crazy. I think my cats really like this new place because they book around like you would not believe. I really, and they seem a lot happier too. They were already happy, but you know how cats are. So, no mice on my bed yet. All right. The love in their eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the portion from the 12 by 12 so that we know what part we're on. I'm trying to get better with that stuff. So some of us won't believe in God. Others can't. And still others who do not believe God exists have no faith whatever that he will perform this miracle. It was the changes I saw in the new people who came into the fellowship that helped me lose my fear and change of my negative attitude to a positive one. This right here, what they're getting talk about, is the best part of the program, in my opinion. Okay? The feeling I get knowing I helped another person is enough for me. It's enough. When I was drinking, it wasn't enough. I wanted all credit. Oh, if it wasn't for Dion, I would be. No. Where I used to love that, where I used to love being called precocious, I don't anymore. I just don't. I do not want any power or control over any other person. I don't want it. I don't like it when people give it to me. I don't know what to do with it, so I do nothing. Most times. And then sometimes I do something. And then I own amends. I could see the love in their eyes, and I was impressed by how much their 1 day at a time sobriety means to them. I just saw a guy dance on TikTok because he had 8 months. I don't celebrate 8 months, but good for him, man. Good for him. You know, I'm trying to be a little more relaxed on people celebrating their stuff. Just don't do it every day. All right. Like I saw somebody with 2,500 days. I feel like that's bragging. If you're past a year, just celebrate your years, man. Why do you need to be anything beyond that? In the beginning, I understand it. If you have 100 days, I'm going to freaking cheer for you. If you have 7 months, I'm going to cheer for you. If you have 11 and a half months, I'm going to cheer for you. If you have 13 months, I'm going to raise an eyebrow. Okay? Take it for what it is, man. Do you celebrate your belly button birthday all the time? Do you celebrate being 52 and a half? Because I am. I'm 52 and a half today, everybody. Let's celebrate. I almost feel like that's resting on our laurels because telling people our dates isn't action. That's not an action. Okay? I get it. Oh, it provides hope. Find another way, man. There's a lot more than just your sobriety date that can provide hope. Right? Quality. Forget about time. Just forget about time. It really is not going to serve you. All right. They had looked squarely at step 2 and came to believe that a power greater than themselves was restoring them to sanity. That word right there makes a huge difference. That means that it happened. It means it happened. They're talking about their experience, strength, and hope here. About newcomers. Okay. There's a new guy in my 3:00 meeting. I think he's like 60 days now. He looks nothing like he did when he came in. And I've told him so. I'm very proud of him. He gives me hope because his eyes started shining again. And in my book, 60 days, you're not a newcomer anymore. Once you get past 30 days, you're done being a newcomer. So celebrate that. That gave me faith in the fellowship and hope that it could work for me too. I found that God was a loving God, not that punishing God I feared before becoming to AA. I also found that he had been with me during all those times I had been in trouble before I came to AA. I know today that he was the one who led me to AA and that I am a miracle. Yeah. Every sponsee that I have, we talk about the miracle that brings them into the program. We talk about that. Okay? Because they need to know it. So the first time I talk with a sponsee, we are getting to know each other. Okay, that's what they're doing. But what I'm doing is I'm collecting information. Okay, because it's about meeting people where they are at. Okay? I explain to my sponsees how alcoholism can progress in your life without drinking. Okay, and I explain that to them. We go over that this is an allergy, and I explain that it's a cold, and alcohol is only 5% of this cold. The rest is in our brain, and it starts to click. You know, I never thought of it that way. And I say, me either. That's why I needed a guide. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm enforcing their stuff. I'm taking their stuff and I'm enforcing it. So what happened to you that you decided to come in? Okay. I've already asked the God question. Most of the time, people say, you know, they usually don't actually have any resentment. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Okay. But they don't have this huge, most people are pretty loving, no matter what age they are. Right? Well, you know, this happened and that happened. I'm like, wow. God was working in your life. Yeah, he was. Gotcha. I'm not doing anything tricky. I told him I was going to help. Okay. All right. It's enough of my secrets. You can't have my sponsoring secrets. Between being a drug and alcohol counselor and in therapy and being in sales for years, I have a very eclectic set of tools that work phenomenally in recovery. Okay. Most of it is sales. Did you know that? Do you know what attraction rather than promotion is? That's sales, my friends. Man, I should, sorry. I'm thinking out loud there. I'm sorry. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. Yeah. If it wasn't for Ingrid, I would never know when to end. Oh, I love you guys so much. You make me laugh. Oh, am I the only one that has fun on this? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let everybody go. I'm gonna be back later. We're gonna talk about quantity and quality. Feel and if you want to join me in on it, send me a message. You can come live with me. Okay. All right. I love you. Peace out and have a day.